So here we are in our new house. My grandma took the boys to the bank. Sherry is at her CPR training. But I think I'll give you a little tidbit of information on what was going on. We started this house build endeavor probably back in 2013 is when we started to consider building a house. Camden was born in 2014, and our house, it was, excuse me, a little bit too small. It was a great house. It was our first home. It was 964 square feet of fun. We bought the house back in 2008, March, with the intentions of either putting an addition on or building brand new. So we got a few quotes, had a few architects do up some drawings to kind of incorporate the old house into the new house. But then our architect for this house, after discussing with him and other people, it just didn't make sense to build a 2015-year-old home onto a 1932 or 38 build home. So, because, yeah, the 2015 piece is nice, but you still have the 1932 or 38, I forget which one, attached to it. So we opted to demolish. So we had gotten all of our ducks in a row in I think April or May, something like that. Got in touch with our builders and went over everything. And then we went back because I forget what it was. Oh, we changed we put the bonus room over the garage. But yeah, that was in September. We had gutted our house out in the end of August, the beginning of September, and we gutted it. We donated all the windows to Habitat for Humanity, all the cabinets and stuff like that. The HVAC, they salvaged all the parts out of it, and the house is pretty much an empty shell. But then we were waiting for a really long time for Union Gas to sever the gas line coming into the house. So that took a really long time. So the house still stood. We couldn't commence on the building because of ACON and all that fun stuff. Anyhow, December 10th, which was Sherry's birthday, they demolished our house. Now, we had gutted the house out. It was just a shell. There was siding still on it, but it had no windows, no utilities. All the copper was stripped out of it in September. Now, what a lot of you don't know is that I was working in the States at the time. I had a really good job, but then they let me go. And that happened on October the 8th of 2014. So here we were in the midst of building a house. And it's weird because this always happens. I worked at a company for a few years and then they let me go. Then they called me back 11 months later in a totally different position, doing quality control. Right the day that I started, they had closed another plant in the city. The day that I started, so there was an overlap of positions. But I was like, okay, so I wasn't too sure how long I would have this job for, but I went to my job and I enjoyed it. And they, in my opinion, they kind of wrote it out as long as they could. So we bought the house in March, and then they let me go in April of 2008. And that wasn't too fun because we were getting married May 2008. So March we bought a house, April I lost my job, and then May we were getting married. So it was stressful, I guess you could say. I don't really get too stressed out, especially over large things. But But you know, I thought about it, but I knew that we were fine financially. So then fast forward to this year, we had gone through everything. We had demolished our house. We couldn't move back into it. And then I was let go from my US job in October. So, and then they demolished the house in December. And then I was still looking for a job. So then March 24th came around and I started working at my present job. And that's also when they started to break ground. So we were loving it. We were very excited. The house build was awesome. The builders were absolutely great people to build a house. There was no issues with the house build at all. You know, nothing that, hey, we have this issue. Boom, they're out there within 24 hours to remedy the situation. We were allowed to watch the whole house being built. We posted up pictures every single day. So the house was actually done, excuse me, on August 7th. And then from that point to this point, there was nothing wrong with the builder. It was all to do with the financing. We went with the one broker and he kind of just spun his wheels for 3 weeks. And then in the end, he said he pretty much couldn't help us. And he was a really cool guy, but just couldn't help us. So then my wife mentioned it to a friend of ours. And then she lives in Napanee. And she had mentioned about a gentleman in London. And don't forget, we live in Windsor. So Sherry contacted him. And he said it would be no problem to do the financing for the house at that mortgage company. But there's a bunch of gobbledygook in the middle. They didn't want to lend the money because there was a lien on the house from the construction company, which it's a construction lien, of course. They're protecting themselves, no problem with that. But they were kind of at a deadlock, and then it went back and forth with our lawyer, the construction company's lawyer, and our lender's lawyers, and our broker. So all these people got in the mix, but Sherry pretty much did all the phone calling and nudging everybody and got us to where we are today. So here we are. We are thoroughly content to be here. But it was a long road to hoe, especially not having keys to the house and then no posts on Facebook wondering what's going on. But that's the lowdown on it. It had to do with financing. Everything's fine. We're perfectly fine. We are happy. We are back on our property. We're back here. I'm just getting around to editing this video actually now. I shot that one last week, but yeah, unfortunately the car ran out. But yeah, so we are back. Everything is hunky-dory. We are thoroughly content to be in our house. But we felt kind of bad because we had all those Facebook posts leading up to it, and then boom, they all ceased. And we didn't know what was going on with the whole financial aspect of it. You know, we thought everything would be resolved 1 week, and it's just one thing would pop up and then it would delay it a week. Yom Kippur, it delayed things for a week. Thanksgiving delayed it for a week. So it was just little tiny things that seemed to cause a 1 week delay. But yeah, so we do apologize for not posting up anything on Facebook. I know it's been a little awkward. A few friends have asked what was going on, and we're like, we honestly don't know. We weren't sure how everything would work out. We just kept on praying and hoping, and everything worked out. Of course, it always does. But yeah, so you will be seeing some pictures. I have to keep this camera up because this room looks like a bomb went off. We are still moving our stuff in the garage. Let's go look at the garage real quick. Let's take a quick peek, shall we? The kitchen does look better. Here's Mom. Halloween, excuse me, I gotta sneeze. I'm gonna show them the garage.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Let's not look in there.
as you can tell,
Let's omit that section.
she wants to edit this out. I'm going to stand at the door. Oh. And we will. Okay. This is pretty much all of our possessions that we own, Sherry.
It was in an 8 by 8
8 by 8.
20 foot long bin.
I thought it was 8 by 10.
No, it was 8 by 8.
Was it?
By 20.
Well, at least that's gone.
Yes, thank God
Even
for
getting
that.
that into the house was an issue because the construction company still had the insurance on the house. And if we moved our stuff in here and then the house burnt down, the builder was worried that his insurance company would come after us, and he didn't want to put us in that situation. And it always happens, right? It's one of those things. It could never happen to us, you know, and we did not want to take that chance.
After everything we went through, I don't think we would.
Yeah. So we got a house insurance that day. The builder said if you can get house insurance on the house, then you can move your stuff out. Because that weekend we would have had to renew for another month. The storage bin.
140.
And it's a big shipping container on the property.
Yep.
So Sherry and I, the neighbor, the 5-year-old down the road, 4-year-old. 4-year-old down the road, and Sherry's mom and dad. We moved all of this. Now, granted, a lot of this is from
Thanksgiving weekend.
the house that we were staying at as well. But yeah, this is everything that we have to now sort through. And
Some of it we will be letting go.
what? Oh, so some of your scrapbooking stuff we're
Yep.
going to get rid of, eh, Sherry?
Yep.
All of this.
It
No.
just looks like a lot of things in small bins.
Yeah, like granted, over here, like, okay, dishwasher. Sherry just installed the dishwasher. A deep freezer. There's 3 dressers back there, so that's pretty much this side. There's like a TV entertainment center, which, you know, if we put it downstairs for the kids, then so be it. You know, and that's like a cabinet over there. But it's just...
For my canning stuff.
Would you say that a lot of this is scrapbooking stuff?
There is a lot of scrapbooking. Not all of it is. There's tons of toys in here.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the toys are downstairs, though.
A lot, but there's like big boxes like this.
Of what?
That are toys. Of all the kids' toys.
That Cam's probably never even played with.
Nope, probably not.
But yeah, so we still have to sort through all of this. Which isn't too bad, but we got places for it.
There's a couch under there somewhere.
Yeah,
There's a futon.
there's a couch and a futon, so there's big furniture items in there. But that's where we stand right now. We are 1 week and 1 day here. Fun times. But you know what we've never done? Is shown the basement.
No. Oh, come on.
Let's look at the basement. I do all this vlogging from upstairs. The basement isn't finished. We will do that in due time. But right now it's pretty much the kids' recreational area. But yeah, we've never looked at the basement. So this is how the basement stands right now. Well, you know what?
Did you change the lights in here again?
Yeah, these are the compact fluorescents. Anyhow, so the boys have been having a fun time in here. There's a tent that you saw in an earlier video. We set that up. The boys wanted to go camping, so the first night they slept in the tent. Yeah, it's the daytime bulbs in here. That's what makes it look goofy. Cam was all excited about the train table.
He's no longer tearing it apart, which has been a
Oh
godsend.
yes. Usually would go King Kong. We would always call him King Kong on there.
Because he'd take it all apart.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is the basement. We didn't even do a house tour.
No, we didn't. We should do it.
We will do a proper house tour, but everything is in such a disarray right now. But we can show you the basement because there's nothing down here. There's my pride and joy right there, a wood burning fireplace. And we've been hoarding tons of wood. This is kind of just a random goofy wall.
Is that the naughty chair?
No, why is that in the corner like that?
I don't know.
Did Keegan put Camden in the corner?
I don't know.
Well, I wasn't looking at nothing. But, yeah. So, this is soon to be Sherry's office for her business and part playroom. Yeah, I wish it was daytime so I could show you outside, but it's not. It is 11:43. So, then this was supposed to be Sherry's office here with the graded entrance right there. But then this now became pretty much the mechanical room. So we've got that air exchanger, we've got the electrical panel box, and we've got...
We only run the exchanger once?
No, I run it more than you know.
Oh.
I have it set.
Oh, wow.
And then I turn it on, and then the hot water tank and the furnace. And the roughed-in bathroom, which is now looks like it's turning into a canning area.
No, the big cabinet.
Look at all Sherry's canning. That's awesome. Will it fit?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we should move it down. Free up some space. And the sump pump in there. But yeah.
You moved the carpet?
Yeah, I did, because I worked on that before I went to work. So that's our basement. Nothing much to show you, but at least you get to see it. So if you do come by, you'll be able to see, wow, look at what a difference it is. And here's our pile of boxes of stuff that's been sorted. And of course, there's Daisy's litter box.
Which needs to be moved.
Yep. And that's where Daisy likes to hide. She likes to go in that little crack right there.
Have you seen her go in it?
Yep.
Oh, lovely.
But anyhow, guys, we are very sorry that we kind of left you guys, our Facebook friends, hanging.
Yeah.
It wasn't us. And we are sorry for delaying the fact that we're announcing that we are in the house. We've only told maybe 10 people. Yeah. 10 at the most. I know the people at work, but for our friends, yeah, we haven't
said too
much. Everybody wanted to help move, but we already moved everything into the garage, so
now it just allows me to go sort through things.
Right.
And put things where they belong, and I don't have to have 10,000 people ask me, where does this go? Where does that go? Where does this go? No.
So she can lollygag and put it away as she feels. But that's it. That is the scoop. That is the lowdown on what's gone on over the past nearly 2 months. 2.5 months.
And then you'll see this.
No.
Disappear.
Oh, I'm keeping it. Keeping it. It makes me look prestigious. Oh, yes. I feel noble. Even though during elections, I don't know how many neighbors I walked past and they looked right at me and they didn't know who I was. But that's all right. No problem. I'm usually the clean-shaven kid, but this was... Usually you have a hockey beard. This was my house beard. So I said once we get the house,
It's
that was
coming
going
out.
to come off. But
So now it's gonna come out. Dun dun dun. I'm gonna go at the middle of the night and go.
no, I want to do the down the front,
Oh, okay.
and then have nice handlebars coming down the side.
And then we'll shave it off.
No, I'm going to go to work like that.
One day.
I'm going to dye it blue.
One day.
Hey,
Can we get
we
Kool-Aid?
can dress up on Friday.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
I guess you'll be seeing a vlog soon.
I'll go as Paul Senior. Nice.
All right.
Choppers. All right, folks. That's it. That is what I have to say. I am sorry for this long video, but that's the scoop. We got nothing to hide. Everything is hunky-dory. I'm happy. Sherry's happy. Everybody's happy. So we will see you soon.
For sure.
Bye.